What's up? What's up? What's up? World Wide Web. It's your boy, Marlon O.Bennett. What's going on, everybody? Look, what's going on, guys? It's another great evening in the state of Maryland, guys, particularly in Gaithersburg, Maryland. It's beautiful. If I turn to, I don't know, my right, your left, I can look up at the stars in the sky. You can see every star in the sky tonight. And I was talking about that the other night, how beautiful it is and how it seems like we're going to have an early fall, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, guys, tonight I wanted to come to you guys with a little bit of inspiration and motivation and encouragement. And I wanted to tell you guys a story. For you guys on my list, and you will be getting this, and for any of you guys who've been on my YouTube videos for a while, you guys know that I'm actually in a second marriage right now. I was married once before. When me and my first wife, whom I love dearly, now we're great friends, by the way, but when we first divorced, I actually got custody of my two sons, Marlon and Mark, and I can tell you that early on, you know what I mean, it was very, very scary because here I was, a single dad, fresh out of the Army, and I really didn't know what I was going to do. My son Marlon was sick and had been diagnosed with a very rare disease, and it was just hard for me with two boys, two young boys, and trying to work and do all the things that I needed to do. But I tell this story because even though I had lots of support from my family, by the way, my mom, my brothers and sisters, cousins, a lot of people helped me out along the way, but it was still scary. But and I wanted to say this: every time I felt like the doors were closing in and I didn't know which way to turn, another door opened. Another door opened, and it kept happening so many times. Just when I would get to this point where I was like, what am I going to do? You know what I mean? About money, about this, about that. Another door would just open. You know what I mean? And you can sum it up as a lot of different things. Divine intervention, happenstance, or whatever. But I will tell you this, that I think what happens in this world we live in, and as crazy as things may seem sometimes, for the most part, the world is filled with so many great people. I mean, really. Yeah, crazy things happen, you know what I mean? We hear about them all the time. But for the most part, most people have really big hearts. Sometimes they don't even know that they got hearts as big as they do. But I can tell you this. When people saw me struggling with my sons and they saw how hard I was trying, they just automatically wanted to help me. You know what I'm saying? And there were no strings attached. They just helped me out of the goodness of their hearts, different ways, different shapes, and different fashions. So that, I think, you know, that was when I talk about doors opening, I would just kept doing the next best thing and the next right thing I could do. And I'm saying that to say that when people see you trying to do things, and I'm talking about, you know, again, the majority of the people in this world, you know, you got your negative people, and of course you're going to have haters, right? But when people see you, people will help you. They're more inclined to help somebody who's helping themselves and trying as hard as they can than they are about a person who, say, sits around and maybe complains all the time, right? So that was number one, the thing that I wanted to say, which leads into the second thing. Christmas time rolled around, and this was probably about 3 or 4 Christmases straight after I got custody of my sons. I didn't have money to buy them, you know, the traditional gifts, things that they wanted, you know, maybe a bike or, you know what I mean, or at that time I think VCRs were really, really hot. But I didn't have the money to buy those things. And I can remember Christmas time getting a really little teeny Christmas tree. I didn't even get a traditional sized Christmas tree. It was a miniature Christmas tree. That's all I could afford. And I remember the only gifts that I could put under there were a couple of books that I bought my sons, and I think I bought a couple of VHS tapes. You don't see them around anymore, right? It's okay. I'm telling my age now, but anyway, that's what I bought them, and I remember Christmas coming, and I remember my boys waking up and looking under the tree, and all they had under there was a couple of books I bought and a couple of videos, of VHS tapes. But they were always very, very happy. They were always very, very grateful. They were always very, very thankful. And you would have think I put a bike or a motorcycle under, you know, a go-kart under the Christmas tree. That's how they responded. But I raised them that way, and I thank my mom, my dad, and my extended family, and my ex-wife as well, for helping me get them to a place in their lives where they were just very, very appreciative, no matter what I gave them. And so the second part of what I want to talk about is sometimes you can give the gifts that really keep on giving are not always the most expensive gifts in the world. In fact, they're more priceless. Okay, the gifts that keep on giving are the ones that's not necessarily monetary, like the gift of love. You know what I mean? You can't put a price on that. The gift of sharing, right? You can't put a price on that either. The gift of encouraging someone, inspiring someone when they may be down and when they may be having a bad day and when something may not be going right with them. You know what I'm saying? Because it happens to even the best of us all the time. We all have these dark clouds sometimes that seem to just hover over us sometimes. You know what I mean? Did I say that right? Hover, whatever. Jay-Z. Okay, look, anyway, but the point is this. You know, that the gift that keeps on giving is the gifts that they're not tangible necessarily. You know what I'm saying? And I think that as I look back now in the past, and I remember how my mom raised us and how my grandparents were, you know, the people who raised me, they were always putting emphasis on certain things, you know what I'm saying? Of sharing, loving one another. Way more important than anything you could ever give somebody. Okay? And when it comes to inspiration and encouragement and motivation, I think that every single day of our lives, you know what I mean? If we just take the focus off of us sometimes and sometimes try to look into the lives of other people as much as they will allow you, or sometimes they can't even, you don't have to, you can just see it. And we extend to other people, the more fulfilled we're going to become. You know what I mean? The more purpose-filled our lives will become. Does that make sense? It makes sense to me. You know what I mean? Today, after years and years of struggle, I'm so happy to be able to say that I have a very beautiful wife who helps me out tremendously and supports me through all of the crazy things I've ever been through. I have 5 beautiful kids. I lost my son Marlon eventually to cancer in 2004. My dad, still hanging around, who I love so very much, who's very supportive of me. And big props to my mom, who passed away back in 1998. All my brothers and sisters, who have always been great throughout all my life. My aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, cousins, and all you guys, right? You guys in the Facebook group, and you guys who are on my list. I don't know some of you all. You know what I mean? I don't know most of you all, but it's just a cool thing to be able to come into you guys' living rooms or bedrooms via video on YouTube, and of course with my platform that I have here at Ireland, my own blog. It's just a great thing to be able to do. You know what I'm saying? It's just a great thing to be able to do, to reach out and extend. And hopefully, the hope that sometimes, if you happen to open my email, if you happen to catch me on YouTube, or you happen to be in the Facebook group and see my video, that is something that makes your day just a little bit brighter. Something that encourages you, inspires you, or motivates you. Because those are the gifts that keep on giving. And that's just my 2 cents for the day. As always, I'm going to end it like I always do, guys, saying this is your boy, Marlon O.Bennett, wishing you guys wisdom, peace, prosperity, and to living an internet lifestyle without limits. Keep banging, guys. I'll see you on the next video.